Well, the thing is, it's usually like two completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
It's really a lot more than you might imagine until you actually get into it.
We're going to talk about something today that every man knows about.
Well, apparently, according to YouTube analytics, our audience is like 99.7% male. So
Right.
presumably, we're kind of already laser targeted towards that audience.
This audio, high-end audio or high-end, high-performance audio and headphones and all that, a little less headphones, is definitely 99% male. You go to any trade show and it's all guys. I mean, the women, some women tag along and some of them enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, headphones are a little different because it is shared. It's much more shared than two-channel.
Mm-hmm.
Much more. Women are into headphones too. Portable audio is a great thing.
You don't see them at shows.
Not much, but I don't know, I was watching some of the videos that came through us from New York City, and I was surprising amount of women at that one. Well, I mean, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Well.
Maybe that's because the only thing guys were recording were the women, so we saw more of those. But anyway, that's what brings out this whole topic is that, with women you have, if you're married or you have a partner or you're living with somebody, and we shouldn't even say women, it could be men, could be like that too, I suppose. But there's a wife they call the WAF, or the wife acceptance factor, right? Which is like how much, basically what's saying, how much can a guy get away with in a home before you piss off your wife in terms of audio systems? How big a speaker can you get? How loud can you play it? When can you play it? Where do you put the amplifiers? Does it mess with the look of the room?
Yeah, your
color
decor.
scheme, or there's a lot of factors when you start trying to deal with the wife acceptance factor.
And of course, another big factor is the expense. So, of course, if your partner, significant other, doesn't value the item like you do, it could be easy for them to get a little upset if they see multi-$1,000 charges.
You're
show
spending
up.
this much on what?
Yeah. Right.
Right.
A cable? Or
Yeah.
a CD player?
It doesn't matter. Anything.
It doesn't really matter, right? It's all the same.
Anything? Yeah.
Yeah.
That isn't real, that she can't physically use herself, or it doesn't promote anything for the children or the family, or doesn't do anything for the house, or make her any more convenient for her or anything like that. It's strictly a selfish act, really, when you look at it.
Well, kind of, but it's a little complicated because maybe headphones could be, to the average person, an extremely significant expense. But a lot of things that women tend to be more excited about than men look a little foolish to men too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in that one. And I guess it's a little give take, but still it's always hard to understand. If you're the average person and you're used to spending $5, $20 on headphones, you see someone spends $5,000 on headphones and then continues to buy more and more several $1,000 headphones.
Up to the point where you can get away with it.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing is, it's usually like two completely opposite ends of the spectrum. Is like, what would your wife or whatever think want the speakers to be? The smallest possible, right?
Sure.
And what is
No,
what
more
would
like
you,
non-existent.
no
Yeah,
speakers.
right.
But what do you want? The biggest speakers you can put in the
right.
room.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much,
there's where you
yeah.
run into
Yeah,
a
every
problem.
step of the way in audio is a conflict of interest. It doesn't work out,
It's a series of compromises.
Yeah, it totally is. And the compromise is the way to look at it, too, because I know a lot of guys say, well, she let me buy this, but then I had to let her buy that. Could be diamonds and jewelry, could be
Right.
a car, could be,
That's a common tactic.
maybe she wants to get her hair done every week of the month and nails and all that. I mean, women have their things that they enjoy doing, too, which obviously tend to be quite different from men, and I think any couple, I think regardless of race, gender, whatever you want to look at it, right? Two people come together. They usually say that two people are opposites that attract. They usually say that. So almost always you're going to have a conflict, what you like to eat, drink, or what you like, the music you like to listen to. I mean, I think as you get older and if you're with someone a long time, usually those things tend to come together. One learns the other and from the other, and they tend to like similar things most of the time. maybe they don't have a choice but to like similar things.
No, it's kind of a necessity, though.
Well, you have to. That's called being together. That's how you're staying together. You can't hate each other for what you like, for each individual like.
Some people try.
Yeah. Well, they do try. Yeah.
Well, I guess the one easy solution, well, kind of easy, well, not easy, but the one solution is move everything to a separate room, hence man caves and such.
Yeah.
And it's like, doesn't clash with anything in
That's
here.
the ultimate
You get your
solution.
own room, you do whatever you want in there,
Yeah.
you know.
You need to be able to afford that, though.
That's the
You
thing.
need to have the space in your house or whatever. And
Yeah.
still, if you're making a lot of noise, could be an issue there, too.
Yeah.
If you have headphones, well, maybe you could get away with it. Nobody really cares what you do in that room if you have headphones, because how loud could it be outside? But still, you have the expense factor, and that is a big issue. Because, of course, if you're super committed to the hobby, you want to spend most of your free income on it. And typically, your partner isn't going to be too thrilled by that.
Yeah. Man caves are expensive. I know when I built mine, and it was a while ago. It was a long time ago. You guys were what, 12 or something like that?
Mhm.
Something like
It was
that.
almost $30,000, and I did it myself.
Yeah, oh, yeah, if you pay someone else to do it,
Yeah, I mean, no, okay, it adds up. I mean, this was above the garage. You had to put in a nice sub floor. Basically, the ceiling in the garage became the floor for the room. That's expensive nowadays. I don't even know what that would cost. I spent a little bit on lighting, probably too much. Bought some silly lights for the place,
Yeah.
But if you think about it, that's a lot of money to spend for a room that is just
It's
a room.
already attached to your house.
Yeah, right. It's already
it
it's already
wasn't
built.
finished, though.
Yeah, and I've had customers that actually physically will actually build an addition to the house.
That's expensive.
And they do it the right way. They do it all the right way, which means they're running dedicated wiring. Concrete pad goes down. It's a total addition. Noise isolation, soundproofing the wall.
Could be $100,000 or more.
Easy, just for the room. And that's before you put anything in it.
Yep.
It's just a room. And I've seen people spend more than that. You start doing balanced power and isolation,
sure.
$300-400 grand for the room before you even put anything in it to play music. So,
Well, maybe in that case, then
now that's a man cave.
the wife acceptance factor is less of an issue. 'cause
I think he's
you can
beyond
afford
that.
that.
Yeah,
You're a little
right.
beyond.
Yeah. The wife isn't even thinking, worrying about it. It's like,
Right.
obviously, you could do that. Then
Presumably, the wife could do whatever it is that they want to do at that point.
everyone's got their toys at this point. This is icing on the cake. Gots to be.
For most people, that's not a reality.
No. Usually, you're sharing a home with a family. That's
You don't have enough space.
almost never big enough.
You don't have
Yeah.
enough money.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how do you split up the resources effectively? That's always the trouble, right? Who's
Bundle
more
it,
important?
Bundle it. You know,
Bundle,
with speakers.
bundle and save.
And then it's like, well, I'll get some nice speakers, but I'll also make it into like theater too for everybody.
Yeah,
You could
it's
watch
true.
movies in
Yeah.
it. So there you go.
Yeah.
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 You do
That could
cheaper
work.
ears,
It's
two good fronts.
You got to provide value.
Yeah. You know,
Pseudo center.
versatility.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah.
That's the way
You
to
do
roll.
see people, especially on like our thread on Head5, people talk about, oh, well, in order for the wife to let me buy this headphone, I had to buy her a vacation or a purse or something like that.
Yeah.
Something that she values more than the headphone. But that doesn't really seem like a particularly sustainable solution
Two birds with the one stone.
because it just means everything costs twice as much.
Yeah, that's true. But see, that in itself is almost like a self-regulating thing because
Yeah.
Right.
at some point you just run out. Doesn't matter what the two you want, you're out of money.
Yeah.
And of course, once the credit cards are full, you're out of money again. You're double out
Double
of money.
out of money.
Yeah, right. Now you owe money.
Now you're really out of money. Yeah, so hopefully, if you're smart enough, at some point, that's a self-regulating thing where it's like, okay, we obviously can't afford to get everything we want, so let's compromise on the compromise, right?
Yep.
But in the end, I mean, that's the way it works. It's a relationship, and you're dealing with many other factors other than the toys you want. And a lot of people look at us in a lot of the wealthier countries, and think how spoiled we are because we have all these things. There's a lot of places that don't have this stuff. They can't. They're worried about just putting food on the table week to week, and that's a whole different issue. So we are spoiled, and we talk about all these toys we have, and we do have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of material goods in this side of the world. It's crazy how much we have. I look around the house, and I'm like, if I had to move this place, or what do we do with all this stuff? I can't figure it out sometimes. Like even in our studio here, look at there's got to be 10,000 items in this room.
Yeah.
Damn, and
A lot
every
of
one of them,
gnomes, too.
and every one of them, one of us had to buy, pay for, bring here, put it down, do something with it, and then there it's.
And then proceed to never do anything with it again.
It is
Too
always
much.
amazing when you're trying to move stuff.
Yeah.
You have stuff, and it doesn't seem like that much stuff, the effort required to move it It's really a lot more than you might imagine until you actually get into it.
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
If you have a house filled with stuff, ooh, so much stuff to
Oh
move.
yeah, it just builds up and collects. And
Yeah.
part of the reason I think is because we're really not good at throwing things out.
Yeah.
You got to get good at saying, "When's the last time I used this?" You either give it to somebody who can use it, or get rid of it.
That's what I do. I just
You know?
give stuff away.
Yeah,
I don't need this.
yeah. Because at some point you run out of room.
Yeah, right.
You know, or you're looking,
You
or
do.
it just takes up every horizontal surface you possibly own.
Yeah. If it doesn't
So-
give you joy, you throw it out the window or something like that. However that works.
Recycle it, whatever you do, you got to start. Yeah, I think, but you know, that's the flip side of just getting everything you want.
Mhm.
It gets to a point where, you know, even that's not fun anymore because you always get what you want.
Mhm.
So yeah, everything should be a bit of a trade off, thought about, that well thought. But in the end, if we're talking audio, yeah, definitely you want a really good pair of headphones, a nice amplifier, good deck, you know.
Uh-huh.
And you could always get the wife her own headphones too.
Well, what most people seem to do these days is just lie. Not sure that's a recommended tactic, but people talk about it all the time.
That is one way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say, "Oh no, that was $300.
Yeah.
Got a good deal."
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Well, yeah.
And just hope nobody looks into anything.
Hope nobody notices. Hope
Yeah.
you don't have shared bank accounts.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, that's the beauty of hiding like model numbers and things like that. You
Mm.
don't have to be obvious, you know.
Yeah. Potentially.
That never really took off. That remember Google used to be able to search for images. They don't do that anymore.
Reverse image search?
Yeah, they still do
They
it.
still do
It's
it?
not common. Nobody
Yeah,
really
it
does
didn't-
it.
I guess it didn't really work as well as you would think, but maybe I don't know.
It
Some
doesn't
things
always
did.
There's
work.
a lot of edge
Like
cases.
the Eiffel Tower would be simple,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Like you take a picture of a thing and it tells you what it is.
yeah,
Oh, your
Those
iPhone
don't work
does
that well,
now, too.
surprisingly.
no, it never really took out because
It
that would be
works-
one way
it
to.
works pretty good.
That'd
on
be
that.
one way you get pinned. You know, your
Yeah.
wife would take a picture of the headphone and go, "Jesus Christ, $5,000."
Yeah.
That'd be an instant, you know. And they'd learn how to use that app real good too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd be like no question. Be like, it would just like, they'd go around your man cave and see what
Yeah.
everything.
See what
costs.
everything is. Yeah.
Be like, holy shit.
Well, you could go around and do the same too.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So there you go. It's really about
Compromise.
sharing. Yes, compromise and sharing your money. I guess.
It wasn't that insightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Anyone
Not
who's
really,
watching
no.
this already knew all this. We definitely didn't bring out anything new to the foray here, but yeah, it's interesting.
Mm.
Human nature has always been kind of a interesting thing when you see how people react and act in various situations.
Curiously enough, it's usually not obvious to people. People are humans, typically,
Mhm.
and they tend to be unaware of what humans usually do, even though they are human.
Yeah, and they might even do it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they don't really consider the things they do.
I guess it's kind of like when I look at my cat. You know, I have cats. Some people have dogs.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm amused by their
Antics.
Yeah, well, yeah, and just their personalities because you learn like a person. You learn a person. I think people should look at other people like that. You should appreciate another people's personality, whether you like it or not. and that's kind of what a couple is, right? You learn to you grow. You appreciate each other's personality, even though they might not. They're almost never similar. You know, some things are, some things aren't. But that's what I appreciate about pets too. The difference with a pet is they can't yell at you. They can't,
Well, they
they
can.
can't spend any money.
Kind of.
Kinda,
Well,
yeah.
they kind of dogs kind of bark, cats meow.
They can knock
yeah.
stuff over and break
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they could show you that they're a little mad. Yeah, but that's limited, you know, because then you could not feed them too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, well, you know, touche. So yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd give my cats steaks if they would eat it, but
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
they don't like that stuff. Yeah. So anyway, but dogs, they probably eat sirloin right next to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, they probably eat right off your plate.
Sure.
Yeah, most of them. Anyway, enough of this. So there you go. There you have it. We've solved all the world's problems right here, the
Oh,
three
yeah.
of us.
Probably ended world hunger.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
And just think of how much more people now are going to think twice before they spend money on a haircut.
Nobody's going to lie.
Or just lie, yeah. I was gonna say.
Just like,
It's the easy method.
nothing's going to change here. People
No.
are going to be people no matter what anybody tells you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Remember, we're always looking for ideas, so email us if you have something. TOTL@abyssheadphones.com. It's right here at the bottom of the screen. TOTL.
Is it now?
Mm.
Oh, you mirrored it and everything?
Yeah, well, someone will. I can't do it here.
Okay.
Like if I draw a square,
Yeah.
if I draw a box, a rectangular box, and put letters in it, there you go. Go there. Email us. Take care.